Hello. こんばんは。おはよう。こんにちは。Hello. 今日はのんびりします。まあ。Well, I need to work. I did stream yesterday, but I decided to like private it for various reasons. Today is a day of the prophecy. Yeah, that's what I heard too. But if it happens, it happens, you know? It's like, what is it, 2020, was it? You don't blame me? I know, okay, since my sister's not here right now, I'm like, I remind her, are you sure you want to talk about this? But for her safety, I privated it. Okay, just... Okay. For those, no, you guys, that's all I'm gonna say, like, okay. And I don't want to get in trouble either, because, like, I am a professional, okay? I didn't say anything that would incriminate myself, but I'm just saying, it's mostly for my sister's sake, so yeah. If you want the context later, well, I'm not gonna say anything as well. But, so yeah, I don't know if I want, like, I just, for my doodle thingy, I'll just continue where, like, I left off from the last stream, so yeah. Because I don't know. Or I can just, like, repeat. I thought about playing a game, but then I'm like, I guess I'll probably work. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, nothing's gonna happen today. どうだろうね。Maybe I thought about like playing a game before I start working, but then again, I might eat food in like a few hours anyway, so I'm like, I guess I'll play games after like during like midnight or something, not like right now. Yeah, I'll think about it. Okay, Okay, I won't play games. I'll be good. I'll switch my setup. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my streaming setup, but yeah. If you start playing on the other game like that, I know. I want you to keep playing, but you know I'm an adult and I have the responsibilities. So yeah. Let's see what time it is. Oh, it's midnight in like California. So I'm surprised. There's a 3 weekend for Americans, right? So it's nice that you guys have 2 more days off. I feel like in Japan, there's like so many 3-day weekends. I guess that's why just like it's hard for like Japanese people to like get work off. But then again, there's also a problem too, because since there's so many like 3-day weekends, everyone goes out. Cause like in Japan, I think it's really hard to take days off work. And like, so like everyone goes out in the weeks. Like everyone, like every like Tokyo person that's like in Tokyo is like outside. I'm like, there's so many humans, man. Like even in America, I've never seen so much humans. Like the only time I ever see like a lot of humans. people. I just say humans, okay? I see a lot of humans is when like it's like an anime convention. That's like the only time I ever see like a lot of people when a bunch of like hikomoris gather. that's, that's the only time I feel like. Alright. 1 second. I'm secretly a robot? No. I'm just a shut-in. Hey, I have a good reason for being a shut-in. It's like super hot, okay? I went to like to eat like some like bread. Okay? Well, not really bread, but I'll just call it bread. Because the Japanese word for pan, or like sandwiches, or it's like bread is pan, okay? So like I went outside to go to my bakery because like I wanted food. And I'm like, dude, I'm already exhausted. Not because I'm like weak or anything, but it's so hot. Like, who wants to go outside? For real. Nande. Right. I think that's one of the last drawings that was in the last stream. Yeah. I like to play. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm out of stories now because I already kind of talked a lot yesterday, but I didn't really do the talking. It was mostly my sister ranting about her life. Early week, that is true. So I guess I don't really like streaming on this time because like I gotta go eat food in like a few hours too. Yes, I privated the stream yesterday, okay? For many reasons. It's for your safety and my safety. Oh. Yeah, that's all I can say. But yeah, maybe I'll play some games. Maybe I'll stream 2 times today. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want you to get me in trouble either. That's all I'm saying. Okay, God. OMG, I know. Oh my god, you. What you gonna play? I don't know, Mario Kart? Okay, we can play Mario Kart because I know that you won't say anything yabai. If you want to play Mario Kart. I can trust you on that, right? Why is it not playing? Why is my slideshow not playing? It's just like on my little SD character. Right? Right? You know. Why? Why can't you? You have a Switch too! You have a Switch too! Yes. It's Friday night. And you just gotta manage your time. Nah. Are you packing right now? No, you're looking at me. You're watching me stream. You can't type and pack at the same time. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, you're multitasking. Okay. Okay, fine. You can do your thing. Yeah. Yeah, so like almost everyone there knows, even those who don't play Mario Kart, right? So like, knowing Nintendo, I don't think they'll change it anytime soon. Maybe like 3 months down the line, yeah, but not this month for sure. Because like, I think what they should do, my suggestion, is that they should have the intermission tracks in the Knockout Tour. Because I think with the Knockout Tour, there's only like 8 variations, right? There's 8 variations. Yeah, and that's not a lie. And I think I know why I didn't do that, because if you really think about it, they didn't add intermissions like the regular random intermissions. I think it's hard, kind of hard to like design each part. Because, for example, in Knockout Tour, when you get like 8th place, or you get 9th place, you lose, and it's like each track. That means that they would need to design each combination of tracks, and there's a lot of combinations, right? So like, maybe programming might be easier, but like just the design process of like, there's like when you enter like the lap, or you finish the line, or the goal, it's like those rainbow colors. So that means that they would need to like design each track, intermission track, to have like fancy colors and stuff, right? So I think that's why I didn't add. I think that's why Knockout Tour is like a fixed route, because like it's a lot of work to design. But then again, yeah, it's kind of like or they can have everyone's pretty much talked about it on the internet, or they could have intermission tracks as like an option, I guess. But it is what it is. Skills you learn when you're as busy as Gavin. Yeah. But that's I mean, I think it's still a fun game. Like, I'm not like, I think it's a dumb update. So I think it is dumb. But hopefully they're more like aware of their fans, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Anytime soon, I guess. Because I think, it's in like, I'm not sure about like Western studios, but like in the Japanese workplace, stuff takes a long time to get through. Like, it takes forever for something to be like, okay, that's fine. It takes like 5 or 10 people just to get the okay. It takes like that's a thing, versus like in some other countries, I think like it's pretty like easy to just get an okay. But in Japan, it's like a whole process. Like we had to okay with this person, get to okay with that person, so it gets kind of like minuksai, But in Japan, they kind of have to, I guess, because they've been doing it for so long, and it's like, you don't want anyone to get mad too. It's like, wait, we didn't agree on this on the contract or whatever, so like, yeah. So it does take a long time for like things to like get the okay. That's all. I do think they make fun games, but when it comes to like the online play, I think it's still kind of scrubby. But every company has their ups and downs, right? But hey, I like it. I like playing Mario Kart. like Nintendo games. But then there's always someone out there who's always like, why you support Nintendo? They're, you know, they have evil practices. But I'm like, yeah, I just don't really care. Not evil practices, it's more like a lot of like, I don't think it's evil, quote evil, because that's like subjective to like each person, whatever. But like, I do like the lawsuits or whatever. Like honestly, it's not my problem, you know. Every company's evil, yeah. I just because I have my own problems to worry about, so I'm not gonna make it my problem. You know, it's like, why make it my problem? That's just adding more stress to me. Like, I got my own stuff to worry about, seriously. That's, yeah. Every company's evil, is white. But I support the games. I love the games, you know. I think, yeah. But I'm not gonna say anything more than that. You know, I think, yeah, that's not really my place to say, because I'm just like, I just play the games. I'm not like, you know. But I think the thing is, the more popular you are, the more like you're targeted. I feel like, you know, because people just dislike you because you're popular, which is, you know, it's kind of like, it's kind of like okay. Suffer from success, yeah. I mean, because like they're quote popular, like they like the people, the aunties, or they want to see them suffer or something, you know. And then like, and then those like people are probably like, what the heck? They're like, WTF? Like, what the heck, man? Like, what's your problem? You know. It's pretty easy to be well liked when you're small because only people interested in you find you. Like, for you, you know. Well, I mean, there's always be an auntie out there, you know? And it's like a growing process to like cope with, like, not cope, but like, to deal with aunties, I guess, you know? Yeah, sometimes like, you know, words hurt, but in the like, you know, in the end, it's just like, yeah, you got more important things to do than worry about like mean comments, right? And I think a lot of them are insecure about something, and so like they take their insecurity to like lash it out onto like someone who's like successful because I don't know. A lot of people do that. It's kind of sad, but well, I'm like, I got my own problems, man. I'm like, you guys have a lot of free time. I'm like, aunties have a lot of free time. That's all I can say. But whatever. That's, I guess, the best way to describe it. Well, apparently, I think you just gotta work hard if you don't want to be an NPC. You know? You can't just get like the most like perfect IVs, you know? You gotta like get some EXP points in there. You gotta like level up, you know? I gotta look at some stuff. One sec. I don't know, man. I'm kind of, I guess, cause like I think when, when with the airing and stuff, I don't think I've ever liked participating in like social media stuff. Maybe because I'm antisocial and introvert. I'm just like, I just want to be in the cave. Cave life. Mostly because I think for social media, I think it's good to like post your art, I guess, you know, and like create. You know, I think for me, I didn't really have a social media. I had like, you know, I just uploaded my drawings because like, you know, it was cool, right? Like, oh, look at my drawings, yeah. But with social media, I it's like the obviously you want to talk to like a person directly, right? Not like what's the word? Like a pigeon. You give like a pigeon the mail, and hopefully the pigeon will like return it to you, or you would receive a message back from the pigeon. I don't know how to describe it. I guess that's what Twitter is, right? Tweets. It's very used now. Oh. Wait, I thought Disney was like had like a lawsuit against AI. That's what I heard, but I don't know what happened with that. You know, you guys can do the research. Tell me your research. Yeah, I thought Disney had like a lawsuit. Cause I know that fair use doesn't exist in Japan. So that's why like when like, you know, like a lot of Western streamers, they do reaction stuff and they have the video like onto like their stream, right? And they give commentary. But in Japan, you can't really do that because I don't think fair use exists. Still in USA. Yeah. But then it's kind of weird because you don't know who lives in the USA, who doesn't live in the USA. Right, not the internet. They do, like, with TV reaction channels, they actually pay money to react. But they're, for example, anime is very strict. It's like very, very strict. And also, I think like the Olympics is pretty strict too. But man, and plus like with like Japanese like TV reaction, they have like the window thing, right? And like it's like a butchered version of like the original. Cause I've seen some like reaction stuff on like Japanese TV. It's like I'm like, I've seen this on YouTube, like the exact same documentary, but it's like super butchered. It's so butchered. It's like they're like cutting out the main stuff, you know, like for example, a crime, okay? Like they cover crime stuff, and I'm like that's not what happened. They're omitting one like They're making like pretty like in the actual case, this is what happened, but in like the TV, it's like super watered down. I'm like, there's like, whoa, like whoa, they're missing why she's like caged up. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I watch a lot of like crime docs. Okay, and like, well, it's supposed to be for like Japanese television. I get it, but still, I get it, but it's very well. And same with like not just like that, but like a lot of reaction stuff. Like I think maybe they have to water it down because like, there's like a time slot or whatever. And then yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just like watch the original because I want to like get the full context of like what's going on here, of like the story, because it's a lot of stuff is like cut off. So that's why when you see like things on YouTube, when there's like a meme like video or like a very popular video, they always have this for business. Use contact this email, right? Because like usually a lot of like other countries, they like to use this like meme video to put on the news, So that's why like you see like a lot of like like popular videos like for like business or contact info here if you want to use the video, right? Because a lot of the stuff is like aired in like other countries for like people who don't watch YouTube, okay? But I'm not sure about the current generation. I know in Japan, I think like people still watch TV because like the NHK will like go after you. But in I'm not sure about America. I know like my nieces and nephews, they do not watch TV. They watch like YouTube. And just like YouTube Kids, right? And so like they just do whatever that's on YouTube Kids. And I think the scary part of YouTube Kids, like anyone can make YouTube Kids content. And there's no actual like it's a bit scary if what the kids what they click. Obviously I think my brother and my sister-in-law, they get to see what the kids are watching, right? But still. Ooh. But well, my brother does not have laptops for the kids. I think I wonder why. I think it's because like in our childhood, we went all out on the internet. Because like our parents, like they like my dad bought like a PC because he's kind of like during way back then he was also into like technology too, right? My dad. So like we did have a PC. And honestly, like our parents go to work and they're like almost never home because like they're always working, right? Or like doing whatever. I don't know what they really. I don't know. It was complicated. So like us siblings, we kind of like raised ourselves, and there was no rules. We knew what like was right or wrong, right? But we were like, man, we went out on the internet. So I think that's why like my brother is quite, there's like parent like controls and see what the kids are up to, right? Yeah, it was. And plus, like with like gaming as well, like there could be like, a creepy person, like posing as like a kid too. So like they want to be careful of course. Although I think it was yesterday. I did mention that I saw this like 9-year-old boy stream Splatoon. I was like, oh my god, this boy's mannerism is just like my nephew. It was I didn't know how to feel about it. I'm like I didn't know how to feel it because he's like really this boy was so good at playing games. I was like, dude, it's just like and like his like bio's like, oh, my dream is to become a pro gamer. Like he could totally do it, but like I just imagine if my nephew kicked my butt in like Smash Bros or like Splatoon. I'm like, whoa. It's weird. I guess I'm just like a boomer or whatever, but like damn this generation. But at least the 9-year-old has like his parents watching the chat and like controls his channel, which is good. You know, it's good to have guidance, you know, a guardian watching over the kid. So, you know, I assume, because when I was visiting my family, like my nieces and nephews, I did ask my sister-in-law how the kids feel. Do they want to stream, you know? Because, you know, like every kid, they know what streamers are, right? On YouTube, everywhere. And like, my sister-in-law, she's like, no, I will never let my kids do YouTube. I was like, okay. It's like, yeah, I get why you want to do it because it looks fun, but like there's also like a part where like, you know, there's a nerd dark side to it too, you know. But look at the stream, it looks like it's quite regulated by the parents. So like as long as the parents is guiding their child, it's fine, you know, it's fine. I feel like the kid's like really good at gaming. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, you can't really protect them forever. But I think like now that they're growing older, you know, they're starting to understand the world, you know, because like the last time I visited, one of the kids was like, "Auntie, are you and Daddy real brothers and sister?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" Well, I'm like, "Why do you think that?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're real blood related brother and sister." And she was like, "It's because like, you know, oh, okay." I'm like, oh, because like you have like blonde brownish hair and Daddy doesn't. And I'm like, yeah, because I dyed my hair. It's like bleached, you know. It's like bleached and it's dyed, you know. So that's why I have a different hair color. You know, I'm like, I thought, oh my god. I mean, I thought she was like in the age where she knew what bleached hair, like you can dye your hair color. But I was like, oh, yeah, we're related. And plus, like, my brother doesn't have hair. He's bald. Okay? I'm like, how much you know? That's why sometimes we call, like, me and my sister in chat, we call him Bald Brother. Because he is bald. He prefers to be bald. Because, like, you know. Because he hates my dad or something. My dad genes. Because, you know, like, some genes you just can't help. You know, like, you know, like the balding trait that, like, some guys have. So, like, my dad's like, or my brother's like, yeah, I have the balding trait, so I have to shave it because, like, it's very obvious when you're balding. You might as well just make it bald so people don't, you know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, she questioned me that. I was like, huh. And then I told her mom, my sister-in-law, I was like, this is what she said to me. And then she was like, what? She didn't know what dyed hair is. I'm like, I know. That's what I thought too. But then, like, yeah, I think the reason why... See, kids are very perspective. Because, like, me growing up, like, I knew, like, the adults have their own problems, and I try not to get into it because it's not my problem. I'm just a kid. I'm just gonna play games, play outside. I know I'm outside. You know, play with my cousins. You know, that's all it. But there was, like, a bunch of drama with adults. I knew that there was a bunch of drama. It was not my problem, okay? And, like... And so, like, I think kids do realize that, like, I was visiting my mom, right? My dad has like, yeah, I have a stepmom too. Okay, so like the kids, I was talking about like my like birth mom, right? To like my brother, and I think the kids overheard. Cause like they recognize that their current like grandma is like not their real grandma, but they still treat her as my grandma because like it's relatives, we're family still. But like we still have a birth mom too, and they never really like interacted with birth mom before, or their grandma. And I think that's why she was curious if we were related, because I talked about birth mom about with my brother one time, and I think the kids overheard, and that's what she asked. I was like, maybe that's what she asked, because she was like, are you guys related? Because I think she probably heard about like, because she knows that their grandma is not their real grandma. It's what they would been taught that, right? Because you don't know. So yeah, here's a perspective, or I can't pronounce it. Yeah, perceptive. There you go. And also, apparently, they got a Switch now. Yeah, they got a Switch too. And my brother had to buy like 4 Pro controllers. And I'm like, I think that's why my brother didn't want the Switch too, because it's very expensive if you have like a lot of kids, and they all want to play the game. And the controls are real expensive too. It's like, I think that's why he was halting it. But like he has a good job, and I think he wanted to treat the kids right. Yes, 4 Pro controllers because of 4 kids. Yeah, I think he didn't know that, but like the thing is, kids will fight over it. He's like, no, I want the new one. No, I want it. They fight over stuff, over like dumb things. Okay, so like that's why he had to get 4 controllers. Okay, they're like all fight over it, and plus like I think the Pro controller are like a lot smaller, so like it will fit in like the kids' hands. Because like the old Pro controller, they're quite huge for like kids. So yeah. The reason why I know this very well is because like I used to have this Kirby beanie, right? I don't know how to call it. It's not like a hat, but like a beanie, like a big sandbag. Not a sandbag, but those like beanies with like beads, okay? It felt really nice because the outside was like silky. It felt so good. I was like, wow, this is so nice. So I had this like Kirby beanie, right? And it came with a star beanie, okay? And the star was like yellow. あ、ネーム先生、こんにちは。ちなみにアニメ化ので先生のイラストを、見かけすることが増えて嬉しいです。先生のイラストはいつも本当に素敵です。ありがとうございます。なんかこの前福井のイラストをちゃんと発表して、やっと発表できた。いつこれ書いたかだろう。でもずっと待ってたから、やったちゃんと人が見える。嬉しい。ありがとうございます。We duke out for the good controller. Yo! Yeah. My siblings would fight over the good controller because like the sticks, especially like the N64. It was like the stick would get very wobbly because of like the mini games in Mario Party. The mini games in Mario Party would destroy the stick. Ah, これ忘れた. average family has more than one kid. One. I mean, if you live in like a big city, it's really hard to raise kids, I feel like. But you know, we're like, we don't live in a big city. One digital, one DualShock. You better believe there was no piece. That's horrible. You gotta have at least. Oh no. Yeah, we fight over the controllers and like the stick. Oh, that reminds me. So my Pro controller, the new Pro controller in Japan is like sold out everywhere in Japan, right? I can't buy it from Amazon. I can't buy it from the Nintendo store. But for some reason, it's like everywhere outside of Japan, like Switches and like the Pro controllers. And it bothers me because my current Pro controller, um, it's like what's the word, drifting. And yes, I've tried everything. I tried blowing, using the blow thingy for like, you know, I don't know what you call it, the dusting. Okay, I blew that in. I cleaned it. Try to like scrape off any like dirt or like, you know, dust or whatever. It's still drifting. Like, I'm like, I mean, I guess it doesn't affect my gameplay too much, but sometimes like in Mario Kart, you can like I can clearly see like the camera drifting away. Third party? I did think about it, but with the new Pro controller, is there any new third parties? I don't think so. I mean, like Switch 2 literally just came out. No, it's my old Pro controller. I don't have a. I want a Switch 2 Pro, but I don't because they're sold out everywhere in Japan. Because the reason why it's sold out, my theory, they're all selling on Yahoo auctions or Mercari, you know. So like, yeah, all those people are like, yeah, we're just gonna buy a bunch and sell in Mercari. Feels great. I want it because I hear it's smaller. Like, you know, I don't have like guy hands, okay? So like, I need like a controller that's like to my size, I guess. For example, like Tetris, right? When it comes to like playing Tetris online, I use the Joy-Cons because it's smaller and you have to react faster. I actually don't like the new Joy-Con thing. It feels weird because it's flat. Because like the previous Joy-Con was actually like round. So I tried it, right? But like it's weird. The flat surface, it makes me feel weird. I don't know how you guys feel about it. But it's not like I ever used it. Like in case like my Pro controller breaks, like it's my second one, right? Ah. Yeah, I want a Pro controller, but it's all sold out in Japan, and it probably won't be in stock until like next year. I mean, I guess I'm not missing out too much because I can supply games. But yeah, the only time I just want to try out the Joy Cons because like I want to see how it felt. But it didn't feel good with the new, what do you call it? The new grip does not feel good with it's flat. It's weird. But by itself, it's okay. It feels nice. You know, like if you're playing like you know, I don't know, like a fishing game, it's fine. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out, and I think I can't pronounce her name. Mariah Carey is doing a song for Donkey Kong, which is like crazy. I was like, yeah. I don't know what role she plays, but maybe she does the ending song because, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Google it. Mariah, I can't pronounce it. Damn it. Mariah Carey. Apparently, she's doing a song for it, which is like insane. I'm like, yeah, Nintendo has that power. Like, I mean, I think it is an honor, right? You know, if I like people talk smack about Nintendo, but honestly, it's like a huge honor working for them. But I guess I can say it because I work. I'm an artist, you know. So yeah. But yeah, I'll probably get it because there's no other games, so I'll get it. I did want to play the Zelda game. The Zelda game where you play as Zelda, not Link. Oh, I also wonder if like so I did buy Mario and Luigi, the Switch game. I wonder if it runs better because like the loading time was just so slow. Oh my god, it's a lot of butts. But yeah, the loading time was like so slow for like Mario and Luigi. I'm like, I wonder if it runs faster. But I think it's probably the same because yeah, certain games are updated and certain games are not updated. Yeah. Maybe I can finally play the game smoothly. I'm like, okay, loading time takes like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, just load faster. Art direction for Mario Luigi is really cute, but yeah, the loading time was like the pacing was kind of bad because the loading times. It's because like the hardware couldn't handle it. But now that it's like a better hardware, then Pokemon Unite. I've never played Pokemon Unite. I mean, it looks fun. Wait, can Pokemon Unite be played on the phone or is it only on the Switch? Yes. That's why I turned on Scarlet and Violet when I got my Switch too. I was like, I'm gonna open up Scarlet. And then I went to go see Kieran. I was like, wow. I mean, like it's very smooth. Now they just need ambient lighting. So close. You're so close. They just need ambient lighting and be like they can like ignore all the like the jankiness still. But yeah, I'm very. I mean, like it kind of sucks that maybe they tried to do the open world and like they couldn't know how to like get around this situation. So it's just like, for example, like Breath of the Wild. You know, it's just like they had to work with the hardware, right? And they did it with like art direction, but like mobile controls. Yes, true. I hate mobile controls too. It's like I think people who play Genshin on a tablet. I'm like, how do you guys do that? Because like you're using like your finger, and it's weird. I think Genshin on PC is better in terms of controls. You have like a bit more freedom. Oh my god, this is how I feel about Monster Hunter right now. But I'm not sure if you played Monster Hunter, the old games. I never played it myself, but apparently it was like a meme where you had to use like the claw. You had to like use the claw. You had to claw your fingers and like play like certain weapons like that. I think the Instaglab does that, but I don't use that weapon. Yeah, the claw method. Oh, Monster Hunter updated too. I guess I should probably play that sometime. Nope, I have not played it yet, so I guess that's something I could try out after, maybe tonight after I eat and stuff. Yes, it is Kazusa. I think she has like a thing with pudding. Is there an official? I don't think there's an official translation. I just know there's like fan translations of like White Album 2. It's kind of funny because like with like Leaf or Aquaplus, the first English game was like Aquaplaza. I was like, no one knows these characters are in the West. Like, I think like maybe Two Heart, but like it's like the first official English game, Aquaplaza. But I think it was pretty popular for a time because like fighting games are like the community is really huge. Like anytime when there's like a fighting game, people buy it. Good old Aqua Pizza. Yeah, I'm like, but now that like I think visual novels is more popular among like English readers and even Chinese readers. I think there's more official translations for like visual novels now. I'll just say that like I guess I know why there's not a lot of visual novels that are translated. They're like really long. I think translating a novel is pretty much like writing a book. You know, that's like 5 volumes. They're really long. So that's why like when fans do it, it's like they don't really have to worry about like being paid. But obviously like translators, they're getting paid, and but then like it's like not that great too. You know, and novels are like really long. So like, I think that's why there's not a lot of translations, unless there's like a high demand. Have I ever played White Album 2? I think I played when I came out when it came out. Yeah. I mean, there's like 2 sets, right? So like, yeah. By the way, I think Hiromu, he loves White Album too. Like he loves it. Apparently he got into like anime stuff because like of White Album too, which is like cool. Yeah. I mean, I think it's considered like legendary, right? So it's kind of like with like Two Heart, you know, it's like ones with like legendary things, you know. But to me, like Tokimeki is like kind of like my childhood. I guess it is my childhood because I saw my brother play. I'm like, oh, I want to play too, and we just didn't understand why they would bomb us. The characters would bomb us. Like, what? I've tried so hard to like boost my study stat up to like 200. Why doesn't she like me even though I boosted it to like 200 points? I'm smart, like me. Dude, that reminds me of, like, in Harvest Moon was also really funny. You watched the anime before it was a translation of the rest of the VN, and it was so annoying to me at the time. I mean, like, with anime stuff, they had to trim it down because the novels are like 80 hours long, right? So, but with Harvest Moon, it was Back to Nature. I think Back to Nature was like one of my first solo games. Because I used to play games with like my siblings, right? Like Mario Party, Mario Kart. But I think like Harvest Moon was like my first ever like solo game I played by myself. It was my brother taught me how to play it. Right? He's like, oh, this is how you like you farm, you make turnips, right? I was like, oh, that's cool. And he told me that technique, make it 8, not 9, because if you make it 9, you can't water the one inside. So like yeah, just make this one, make it like a U shape. I was like, oh, okay. So I think Harvest Moon was like my first ever solo game. Yeah, and then it's funny because like Ellie, like you could give her like 10 flowers a day, she comes like she loves you a lot. But the funny thing about the new like Story of Seasons back Harvest Moon games, no, I guess Story of Seasons now because of like company reasons, legal reasons, but Story of Seasons now is kind of like they only do one present a day. I'm like, no, I can't just make them fall in love with me in like 2 days. Come on, you know, give Anne like spa boiled eggs or hot spring eggs. What do you got? Hot spring eggs, soft boiled eggs. Yeah, those are times. And like with Ellie, she liked like the cheapest flour because like Karen. I'm not sure if you guys played Harvest Moon, but I'm just gonna describe you. There's like 5 girls, okay? Like those like Garuge, okay? But it's like farming. So 5 girls. All of them, the easiest one's Ellie, and she's the cutest. So everyone liked her because she was easy and super cute. Next easiest was Popura. I can't pronounce it. Popuri. Now I say it, it's kind of weird. When I read it, it's okay. Yeah, she's the second easiest because she likes a flower, but not the common flower. It's like a kind of rare, but like common. It's only it's like more scarce, which is okay because you can gather it from the mountains. Okay. But and the third part is probably Mary, because like she likes herbs, right? And herbs are even more scarce than like flowers. And then there's and she likes eggs, but you can only get an egg if you have a chicken, right? And getting a chicken, you don't get a chicken until like a few weeks in the game, right? So like it takes a while. You can't really get her early, right? But once you get a chicken, she's easy to get because she likes like eggs, right? Karen was the hardest because she loves wine and she only loved wine. And wine was very expensive. Wine was like 300, right? So like a turnip, selling a turnip was like, I forgot how much turnips cost. Like either 50G. So if the turnip was like 50 or like 60G, and you need 300G to get like Karen, you had to sell all your turnips just to get one present to Karen. When you can just get like a cheap flower from like, you could gather and give it to Ellie for free. Yeah, they changed it in the new game. They don't call it wine anymore. They call it grape juice. And I'm like, ugh, so close. They had to do it because of like ratings or whatever. But man, it was different back then. Yeah, so they changed to grape juice, and they also changed her likes. It's not wine anymore. It's I think it's like popcorn or something. I don't know what she likes anymore. I didn't bother about Karen in the new game because like yeah. But she didn't like wine anymore. I'm like, I guess they changed it because it was actually really hard to get wine. It was really hard. She only liked wine in the old games, so she was like the hardest. And she liked the worst boy. I'm like, the reason why a lot of people wanted to marry her because she was like the cool Onesan. She was like the coolest girl. She was like cool, and she liked the worst boy. She liked the worst boy, and she was the coolest. So a lot of people were like, we're not gonna make her marry the worst boy in the game. Because like Rick is not cute, okay? And I'm like, the reason why my sister married Popuri is because like if you don't marry Popuri, she leaves the town, right? Which sucks because like she's not. You basically like lose a character in a citizen in your town, right? So like, yeah, it was pretty fun. Because yeah, in the old games like they have like there's like bachelors and like they're like your rivals. Like if you don't marry them in time, they marry another guy. Okay, so like you have to choose which one you want. So like Ellie is like the easiest, but like if you don't marry Papuri, she leaves because she marries off to like Kai, and like that's kind of sad. I'm like, I don't want her to marry Kai. She's gonna be gone for not gone forever, just like yeah, pretty much forever, except for like summer, right? And with Karen, like if she marries Rick, he's like the worst character, and so it's kind of like, damn it, I don't want her to marry Rick. Yeah, the consequences, you only choose one. They make you only choose one. And I think they changed that in the remake, actually. They changed it so, like, the girls don't get married off. Which is, like, kind of interesting. Because it's like, yes, finally, I kind of want them to get married. Which is kind of weird to say. I don't want to get married. But then again, it also kind of removes the competition aspect to, like, there's, like, a time limit, you know? Because, like, I think in the first game, you had to marry them within a time limit, or else they marry someone else, right? Which is, like, but in the new game, there's no pressure to, like, marry them ASAP. Yeah, it's not really realistic. Sometimes you gotta have fantasy too, but man, it was a competition. Like, I didn't want Rick. Well, Ellie is okay, because she, like, yeah, she's cute. But yeah, before she leaves, let's see. I enjoyed it. I really like Harvest Moon. I can't really like stream it though. But I loved it. Yep, they're forever single. You're too young to play originals? I think. Yeah, I was a kid too. But it was like, I don't recommend it to like people now, because I think people are more into Stardew Valley. I mean, like Stardew Valley did take inspiration from Harvest Moon. You know, like I get that, but like, yeah, I think I can probably recommend like people Stardew Valley more than Harvest Moon. No. But I think a lot. I think Harvest Moon actually resonates with a lot of people, which I didn't know. Yeah, it was pretty much Harvest Moon, but like like an English company, right? Yeah, but like I guess the plus side with making games online, you can always update it. I guess, but Harvest Moon was like on the PlayStation or GBA, so like you can't like update, right? And then that reminds me of Capcom too. Capcom's like, oh yeah, we have an update, guys. It's called Monster Hunter 3G. You just have to play the game all over again. That's why I refuse to play like some Monster Hunters because like Capcom kept like putting out the same game on the same price tag. It's literally the same game, but like with like an update. So and the thing is like back in the day, like Japanese games came out first, and then when it comes to translation, it's like 6 months later or something. And like because like when 3 was not 3, it was 4. I think it was 4. Monster Hunter 4 was released in the GBA, not GBA, the DS, 3DS. Yeah, Monster 4 was released in 3DS, and at that time they announced Monster 4G. I'm like, why do I need to play this game when I can just wait for 4G when it has all the content, and then I can play 4G and then like be satisfied? So I think now they like, luckily or thankfully, they don't do that anymore. It's like the actual update, like it's like an expansion, which is good. Expansions are good. It's not just you have to buy the whole game again. So yeah. Same with Pokemon too. So I think they've learned that. So I think with Sword and Shield, that's like pretty much their third. It's actually really like third Sword and Shield's expansion. It was really good. I really liked it. And obviously, I'm biased, but I love the expansion for Scarlet and Violet. Like, people can hate all they want, but I enjoyed it. I loved it. I loved it. And that reminds me, I did boot up Kirby. I booted up Kirby recently. And I'm like, man, this game actually feels really good. Like, the gameplay is actually really good. I was just kind of walking around and I was like, man, Kirby was actually really good. And I look at my, like, when I did, like, the fishing minigame, and I look at my screenshot, and I played it. Apparently, the last time I caught the biggest fish was, like, 2022. I was like, what? It's already been 3 years? So yeah, I think like when the DLC comes out, I'm gonna like forget the controls. Every game of fishing is a good game. It's true. Like with Monster Hunter, I was so confused with the fishing minigame when it like when the game tells you how to do it, it doesn't tell you correctly. Like it's bad teaching you how to play the fishing minigame. So what I did, I just went online, saw a video about how to fish, and I was like, okay, thanks video. Some friends, almost every friend I talked to, we all watched like a video or tutorial online because the game doesn't explain how. They have to explain it properly. We're like, what? Oh, yeah. And whitefish, we need to use a net. I'm like stuck on this thingy, so I'm like, I'm just gonna turn. That's when I'm stuck. I'm like, yeah, I think it's fine, whatever. Yeah, I'm taking too long in this. Alright, next, yeah, we'll work on something else. Oh, this drawing. This is when it was one of my first oh, I'm gonna pause it. So this drawing is like one of my first uh, draw stream. One of my first draws with the viewers. And I'm like, I'm surprised there's so many artists watching me. Everyone draws so good. Yeah, I'm gonna move it over. Among Us. Yeah, it was one of my. I want to do it again, but I don't know how many artists will join, like, or those who have like tablets. You know, I only like drew a head, but everyone drew like this realistic deer too. What the heck? It's really good deer. Oh dear. Yeah, it's really cute. Who drew this? It looks so good. Nagi, why? Who wrote this? Nagi. Maybe Nikki. Nagi. Galactic was here. Yes. TY for being Hanako artist. Thank you. Oh, dude, look at this cat. That cat is amazing. They definitely have a cat. That looks like a real butt cat. Yeah. All the Butchie faces. I think I drew the Butchie character. I want to start drawing Butchie. Gold pin. Super cute. Cool collage. Yeah, it was with the viewers. I would had to like announce the stream that like I want to draw with viewers so I can like gather like people with tablets, you know. Look at you, T5. I'm very impressed how you drew this too. I actually don't remember how like. I'm kind of curious who drew this now. There's no signature, but it looks like someone I would know. Like this style, like I feel like I follow them or something, or like it's a really nice, cute style. Like this sometimes. Nice stuff. Like my derp drawing though. Drawing's so derp. It was so good. Anyway, I think it's sort of food time. Got it. I'll probably log off for now. Maybe I'll stream later, but yeah. I'll talk to you guys later because I go eat and maybe I'll come back or something. Yeah. Talk to you guys later. Hopefully I didn't say anything yabai today. Or nothing was yabai was said today.